and Avengers. Welcome! We'll get started soon. Why don't you tap that like? Thank you so much. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get it started. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hey, look, real quick. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear? Can you hear me? Can you? Perfecto. Here's the problem. I can't hear myself. It's a little annoying. I usually have it so that I can do that. I feel weird because I can hear the music, but not like... Yeah, anyway. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a crazy week for us here at DOS Channel. Pretty exciting stuff. I don't have to tell you this, but there's an incredible amount of hype out there for Falcon and the Winter Solider and the Snyder Cut. And we're going to talk about both of them on today's show. And we're going to be doing watch parties and making a lot of fun content around those things as well. It's going to be really cool for all of us except for my sleep schedule. But before we get into any of that, let's do some show notes. Thank you, Chet. So, ladies and gentlemen, just different things going on in the next couple of weeks as I am in the middle of a move. So we just appreciate everybody's patience on this. On that note, I will be out of town this weekend. I will not be doing streams. I think we're still going to have some of the EPs do a stream for you guys on Saturday. I actually might be able to do the stream on Saturday, but I don't think I will. We might set somebody else up for that. And then there will be a pre-recorded video for you on Sunday if you are a Nerdvenger Prime member. The following weekend will be much the same, unfortunately. That is the weekend that I'm going to be officially moving in, so there will be a lack of streams that weekend. But I did want to say, on the note of streams and on the note of just everything that's going on around here, you guys have been so awesome, so kind, and so supportive on the streams that once I do get settled into the new place, I'm going to make it so we do basically 2-hour streams, basically, minimum, every day. So we're going to have probably about 2-hour morning streams every morning. There's going to be a ton more streaming and content just coming out in general for you guys. Once I get settled into the place, I'm going to have, basically, we might even have like our own like server or a couple of rigs there, because the amount of streaming we're going to be doing is going to be pretty crazy. And we might even have a thing going on, guys, where you'll have a stream that's like 3 or 4 hours that technically has different Den of Nerds shows or programs that will play during that 4-hour block. We might even have like little commercials, like Adult Swim style commercials in between them and stuff. It's going to be really, really fun. So a lot of cool stuff coming. As for this week though, huge week, okay? Wednesday night, okay, we're going to have the watch party. I haven't even looked at the specifics of when this all is going down, but Wednesday night, I believe it's Wednesday night, we will have the watch along with Zack Snyder. Chat, check me on this. Watch along with Zack Snyder Wednesday night for the Snyder Cut. That's going to be awesome. And then Thursday night, we will, of course, be doing the watch party for Falcon and the Winter Solider. Now, we have shows both of those nights as well. We have Darren's Danger Room Wednesday night, and we have After Dark Thursday night. We also have a very special episode of Debate 8 happening tomorrow night as well. And so you're starting to see the pattern. Basically, guys, if you're curious, this is kind of going to be a thing moving forward. We're going to have streams in the morning. I'll be hanging out with you guys for a couple hours in the morning, and we're going to have streams in the evening, probably hanging out with you for a couple of hours in the evening. So that's kind of what's going on. But yeah, we will have also, guys, hopefully very soon, we're going to have the ability to let y'all know when stuff's going on, have a schedule that is pretty consistent, have something that you guys can look to if you're curious about when stuff is going on, etc., etc. Okay, a lot of cool stuff happening. Now, we got some trailers and stuff to talk about, guys, okay? We got some trailers and stuff to talk about. I want to do... Here's what we'll do. We'll do Falcon and the Winter Solider first. Brand new trailer. Epic as fuck. Gotta talk about it. Gonna go into the theater, check that out. And then also there's just a bunch of general things going on with Falcon and the Winter Solider. There was an interview with Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, and Mr. FEIGE yesterday, which was, I think, very revealing interview in some ways. At least that's what some people are saying. So that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we will talk about the just ridiculously epic Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyder Cut trailer yesterday. Yo, come on now, that shit was sick. So we're gonna talk about that as well. Okay, guys. And yeah, things are just a little weird in here. The reason we're so late today, actually, believe it or not, I unplugged all the microphones. And I have 2 like mixers and stuff just because I'm moving stuff, cleaning stuff, you know, getting ready. And then I replugged everything in, and of course it just didn't work the way it should. And that's part of the reason why I can't hear myself right now. I don't even know how I'm coming through. Can you hear my voice? Does my voice sound okay? Is the class okay? We'll get it fixed for tomorrow. Regardless, let's get into DOS Theater, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. I can already see a problem in the theater. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. Check it out. Instead of me reacting, we're going to have that print of the AT-AT and then the signed Boss Logic print of Tony Stark as the Burger King. Yeah, they'll react to the trailer. That's what we'll do now.
All right, let's bring that beat back.
All right, let me find this. Yeah, brand new trailer. It just dropped an hour ago. Final trailer. Woo! And it is spicy from what I hear. I have not seen it. So it's going to be cool. I know, it's crazy that, like, those 2 posters are going to probably do just as good of a job reacting as, like, I would, you know? It's pretty wild, but... All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Everybody ready to see how the posters react? All right, I'll fix it. Give me a second. Hang on. Come on. Oh, this is why all this stuff's a pain in the butt. Technology, moving, life. Here we go. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Shut your mouth if you're ready. And if you're not, shut up too. Here we go.
It feels like it belongs to someone else.
Damn!
That shield represents a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yo, the beats though
are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning. We need someone to inspire us again.
Yo, they're really trying to... Okay.
The world's more complicated now.
Yes, it is.
We're never gonna stop. This world is ours.
Yo, let's go.
There's no going back.
It doesn't have to be a war.
It already is.
We can't lose this fight. If we do this, we're gonna do it our own way.
Yo, this is sick. Holy shit. What?
So we're partners, co-workers.
Not necessarily a team.
No. We look damn good, though.
Amen. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks all right, you know. What did you guys think? What do you guys think? Yo, that shit is fire, son. All right, we're going to have to watch this again. We're gonna have to watch this again. And I want to make one point before we get into it. Check this out. This moment right here. These are the type of moments for me that are like a huge just love of the MCU. And honestly, just cinema in general, but I love it when the MCU does this kind of stuff. I call these oh shit moments. Like when Bucky grabs the motorcycle in Winter Soldier and in one fell swoop, like swings that shit around and gets on there, shifting gears. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Like my brain just went bananas. Dude, what? Like, what is this? My brain can't handle it. Let's go. One more time.
So
Love
we're
it, dude.
partners.
Love it. Smash me over the head with
It feels like it belongs to someone else.
this. Yo, and this shit right here, doing work. Doing
That show
work.
represents a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yo, I love the chilling performance by Sebastian Stan. Everybody's talking about it. We'll talk about my theory on it in a second.
Symbols are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning. We need someone
Oh,
to
he's struggling.
inspire us again.
The world's more complicated now.
We're never gonna stop. This
The
world
music,
is
dude.
us.
Like, okay, first of all, this shit right here, homie's about to just get ripped through the wall. It's too much on a Monday, but this music is sick, dude. Like, this show's gonna have a pulse. It's gonna be a really fun ride. I feel like this is actually like a really nice compliment to WandaVision. I know the comparisons are inevitable, and I know people are gonna get mad at me for making them, but
There's no going back.
It doesn't have to be a war.
It already is.
We can't lose this fight. If we do this, we're gonna do it our own way.
yo, Sharon's getting in on it.
So we're partners, co-workers.
Not
That's
necessarily
so
team.
fucking
No.
cool. Okay, let's pause for a second here. Now, the deal is, ladies and gentlemen, and we've sort of talked about this a little bit, but the sort of word on the show, really, in the first episode at least, is that it is going to be, I don't know if slower is the right way to describe it, but it's going to be a different pace than I think most people are expecting. It's going to start out with an action set piece that's like crazy. Could even be the semi scene. I doubt it though. It's probably something similar, a flying scene or something like that. Apparently there's supposed to be maybe even a cameo, which we probably shouldn't even talk about because it's definitely Mephisto and Nightcrawler and Doctor Strange. But I think the scenes that we're seeing, here's my point. Here's what I want to show you. This is like, it's like Flag Smasher, right? That's what this group is, Flag Smasher? Or is Flag Smasher a part of them? It's like, I can't tell. And it's not Ultimatum. Well, look, Charles Murphy has reported on this a lot, on who this group is. I think it's Flag Smasher. They're like an anarcho whatever group. This symbol right here. But, point being, these scenes, especially at the beginning here, where he's training, I believe that a lot of the first episode is going to take place. This is a southern place. This is a place in the south. I think this is Sam's home. I think a lot of the first episode is going to deal with Sam and Sam's family. See, what you see in these shots, you see, well, what they've shown us in the trailers is like Sam and Bucky, you know, hanging out over here or whatever. But I'm pretty sure this is Sam's home. I think his family's in here too. And I think that there's going to be a lot of like family dynamics, a lot of just of that side of the show. Like, this is something that if you've been following the leaks and the reports, you sort of expect as well. But again, adding to this has been like what people have said on social media, the reviews, etc., etc. I'm still in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's great. And character development does make these shows with an hour. They have plenty of time to sprinkle in some action and to set a lot of stuff up. So I don't know. I think the big question is going to be like, how do people respond to episode 1? A lot of people really love it, but there is sort of this vibe that it is a little different. Let's see if we can see. Do we see any signs of like other people over here? Like, is this a safe house, like a secluded place, or are there people here? You know what I mean? Like, I got a feeling this is gonna be Sam. I can't really tell. I cannot tell. Okay, now that's really cool. Let's talk about Bucky here for a second, guys. A lot of cool theories and things being said about Bucky. I noted that in several people's social media reactions, I guess, to the episode, they talked about what a chilling performance Sebastian Stan turns in. And what's interesting is you definitely see that here. Like, they're trying to set this thing up as though even Bucky might not fully accept Sam as Cap, or like they're at least trying to, I think, seed that into our minds. And what's interesting about this is I don't know how far they're going to take this. I don't know how far they're going to take this, but they could take it pretty far. And if they go in the direction of something like the Thunderbolts, maybe even towards Dark Avengers, you could see a scenario, and I really wouldn't hate it if Bucky Barnes from the MCU went a little more dark side. You know, a lot of the stuff that we've talked about for sort of the backdrop of the show, the fact that it's going to explore a post-blip world, the legacy of Captain America, the fact that they need a hero and an icon. You know, like, think about what he's saying right here, right?
Are nothing without the women.
Symbols.
Symbols are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning.
Without the women and men that give them meaning. You know what I mean? Interesting. So I think that's definitely a thing. We know that the government is going to try to use the symbol of Captain America and put John Walker into that symbol. That's what this is all about right here. Now, I think in some ways you're led to believe this is Bucky. I think for maybe super normies, these commercials are literally supposed to make you think that they could be making Bucky the new Cap. You know what I mean? And maybe throughout the series, that'll be something they play around with, you know. But what I think we have going on here, especially just according to the leaks and things that we know, things that we've heard, you've got this freedom-fighting anarcho group, Flag Smasher, right? I think you're going to even have people like Songbird. I think that's who the lady is. I could be wrong. But you have that group sort of causing a ruckus around the globe, right? And then you have the government trying to create a new symbol of Cap. You have Bucky and Sam dealing with the actual legacy of Captain America and the loss of Steve. You know what I mean? And then you sort of have all of this coming together, and I think Zemo is sort of the perfect, like, pulling of the pin type character. And if you really just think about the machinations he had in Civil War, he's the perfect character for a show like this, where, like, the whole time you got a million things going on that aren't really what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not really what's going on, but they're going on. He's the perfect character to be like, ha 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 ha, I've put the Avengers against themselves once again, ha ha ha, you know, whatever. And then bada boom, bada bing. So I'm pretty pumped, man. I'm pretty pumped. I wonder what you guys think of the trailer. I know the show's a little weird today because I can't hear everything. So I'm sorry if things are off balance and if my mic's low and shit. I don't know. Are we doing okay? Are we okay? Mephisto all along. Ha ha ha. It's a boner trailer, I'd say. Interesting. Elisa Scott says, I don't want to see Bucky as Cap, though. I'd rather see him be his own person. At Nikki. Oh, so Nikki does want Cap? Bucky as Cap? Interesting. Josh left me hanging on the betting question. What's the betting question, brother? I'm sorry. What you mean? When did I do that? Mic sounds great, actually. Whatever you did makes it sound good. Don't unplug anything ever again. Well, I'm going to have to when I move. But yeah, that was the point, is I did want to reset everything and make it sound better. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Adam. Anyway. Bucky is a Skrull. Dude, what? Oh my god, Bucky a Skrull? Dude, if Bucky was a Skrull, that would be nuts. Yo! No, I can't move now? Oh, alright. Camera looks better also. I know, guys. I know. We're going to get it figured out. Look, here's the truth. This is what's really crazy about the Den of Nerds. We've succeeded despite all of the stuff that you're supposed to do right. Us doing about a 7 out of 10, I'd say. You know, camera, lighting, mic, editing. Well, no, actually, now with Elisa, we do a 10 out of 10 with editing. But when I was doing it, 7 out of 10. So we're getting there. We're fixing everything. We're gonna bring it up a little. Hey, a little primo, a little more primo. So, yeah, thanks for the liking the gray box. Appreciate it. Fucking Peter Ferret. I know. Look at this horrible ass gray box. Like, why is that there? That's not supposed to be there. Elisa was awesome yesterday. Indeed, she was. Omega Red. Oh, let's not talk about it. I'm gonna cry. Colin McGoldrick. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger. Now, go back and watch the Saturday stream, man. Saturday stream was hot fire. Okay. Elisa is a Skrull. Oh, shit. Okay. Emergency meeting after this with all of the team except Elisa, guys. Emergency meeting after the stream with all the team members except Elisa Skrull. Actually, her name's Elisa Scott. What if it was Elisa Skrull? Can we make that happen, guys? Can we make Elisa Skrull be the be her new nickname? Is that cool? All right, here we go. What do we think of this Snyder Cut? Actually, give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? No. No Snyder Cut yet. No Snyder Cut yet, boys and girls. Not yet. Ah, shit. Hang on. Because I want to. There's a little bit more Marvel. A little bit more Marvel we got to break down. Okay. Hey, your mic sounds great. Well, I can't hear how great it sounds, so thanks a lot. Okay. Falcon and Winter Soldier final trailer. We already went over that. Falcon and Winter Soldier, how Anthony Mackie special learned Sam was getting the shield. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's something it's not necessarily what I was trying to get into, though. Oh, dude, we got to talk about this. Okay, sidebar. Jim Carrey. Rumor. I need to fill up my coffee. This stream's a disaster. I'll be right back. Okay. Jim Carrey. Villain. Deadpool 3. What do y'all think? Pretty cool? Stupid? What do you guys think? Put a 1 into the chat if you would like Jim Carrey to be the villain of Deadpool 3. Sonic crossover, why not? Jim Carrey, Mephisto confirmed. He would be in a fantastic Mephisto. That's a lot of 1s, baby. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's keep going here. What the hell is this? We got some, like, alms coming in. Okay. Let us keep going here. That's pretty cool. Okay, this was interesting. Now, look, we all fucking know Oscar Isaac is going to be Moon Knight, okay? But it was interesting that we got a first official confirmation of this. There was... Okay, let's check this Finally acknowledged by Marvel during the Falcon and the Winter Solider press conference. Sebastian Stan just said he's excited to see Oscar Isaac play Moon Knight, but Kevin Feige nodded his head, indicating a yes. So, okay, we talk about this a lot, guys, but it's so interesting that even the actors that are in these properties and the people that are making these movies and whatnot, they don't fully understand or appreciate how, like, ridiculous the internet can be with, like, how we find these things out, and also with how people can take just the littlest thing that somebody says, right, and blow it up to a crazy Whoa! What? Where'd I go? What's happening? What, incarnation? Anyway, but no, this is kind of cool, right? A little bit of a confirmation that Oscar Isaac is in there. Pretty sweet. I'm digging it. It will be really cool to see him, by the way, perform with, like, some of these other high caliber actors that they're bringing in. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, talking about what a hero can be. This is kind of interesting. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige comments on possibility of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra returning in the MCU. So here's what he said. Well, again, you can always look at the comics, right? We always take our lead from what has happened before, and those organizations come and go in various forms over the years, he teased. So they always could return. There are new organizations like SWORD that you saw in WandaVision, so there's always an inherent need for above board or shadowy organizations of some kind in the MCU. Very interesting. And I think actually Hydra is definitely going to be a big player in the MCU moving forward. I see no reason as to why not, especially with the Hydra Cap rumors. Okay, so here's something that's really interesting. Maybe you saw this come up. Maybe you were into this drama. So the director of Falcon and Winter Solider says the story didn't change at all due to the pandemic. Okay, so this was a sort of rumor that had been started, and there was some indication that this had happened. Charles Murphy kind of came out on Twitter and broke this down, where he talked about how he did report on it as being a possibility and something that he heard, but he sort of said that, like, it just got spun out of control. And I believe that. I think it got spun out of control. I think one of the things we're starting to learn, hopefully we're all learning together here, is that, when it comes to scoops, rumors, and all those sort of things, we just really have to kind of curb our expectations, keep things in perspective, and understand that, like, when somebody says that they're hearing something, it is just that. It is just that they are hearing something. And we got to try to separate when someone is reporting about something they heard, when someone's reporting like an exclusive, like a hard and true scoop, as it were. But, yeah, regardless, that's interesting. That's good, because I would hate for them to have to change it because of that. And if there is some, this also would indicate that maybe some of the things with the Inhumans were not necessarily a huge part of the plot, which is pretty cool. Here's kind of an interesting thing. So there's Spider-Man 3 is working on a giant exterior city set on a soundstage downtown Atlanta this week. And if you have a helicopter, you should go down there and get some photos. Let's see here. What else we got here? Another shot.
15 seconds to drop. What's our plan?
I think we've seen this before, right?
Oh, I have all of that on camera.
Get out of my face, Sam.
Let me be clear. Our country is vulnerable.
Our country is vulnerable.
We need new heroes.
We need new heroes. What does that sound like? Dark Avengers, baby. Let's go.
We're not a team.
Nope. Or partners. Co-workers. We look damn good, though.
Oh man, the music, dude.
Marvel Studios, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going. Oh, fuck. All right, look, we're doing a video about this. I'm going to hand a video off to Elisa about this. pretty much right after today's stream. But guys, this story is recirculating, and now after watching WandaVision, unfortunately, we have to take it a little bit more seriously. According to Daniel PKR, actress Jennifer Lawrence is reportedly in initial negotiations for the Fantastic Four. So I was talking to a buddy about this last night, right? And we were, talking about this, like what could it mean, the possibilities, et cetera, et cetera. And we kind of both said, like, she did really phone it in with Mystique, but she is an incredible actress. It would be interesting. She could probably do it, but there's a lot of fan trepidation there, right? And then I had this crazy thought where I was like, whoa, dude. Like, okay, so think about this. Jennifer Lawrence really didn't like the prosthetics, right? She didn't like doing the hours of prosthetics to, get into the Mystique costume. Well, look, think about this. Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, actually the perfect person for her to be, because she doesn't even have to be on set. She could literally be invisible in the scene, and they just ADR her in. I mean, think about it. It's the exact opposite of the Mystique thing. You got to spend all day in prosthetics and then sit around on set. With Sue Storm, if I was her agent, I would be like, she needs 40% of her scenes to be with her invisible, meaning she will not be on set. She will be paid as though she is. You will use digital effects to recreate some kind of a silhouette so that she still has recognizability. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Of course, that's a joke. Everybody relax. Point is, I'm fucking worried. I'm worried. I don't like it. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to give it a chance. But I can't lie about my initial feelings. I don't like it. Anyway, let's keep going. Go over a couple more things, then we're getting into the Snyder Cut. I know all the DC fans are like, bro, I don't fucking care. Falcon and Winter Solider director teases non-human villains. That's interesting. In an interview with the director Carrie Scoglin discussed more about the show, promising fans more time in the show to understand the villains. Well, like with anything, you have to cherry pick how much time you're going to spend with them. I think also villains in general, I have a big concept behind them. What I do love is that in all of the cases, we're able to spend a little bit more time with them and get to know them and understand them a little bit better. So, as humans, or not humans, as the case may be, whatever, we understand their motives a bit more. According to Scoglin, getting some moments with them will allow them to be more intriguing as characters. That makes for nuanced, and I'd like to say trickier gray zones. No one's all bad, no one's all good. So it's the exploration of where that takes you. Pretty freaking cool. Now, they did talk about, obviously, the big three, right? And so in that trailer, he's like referring to the big three. There's definitely something about them. They're super strong. They're able to whoop some butts. You know what I mean? And they can go toe-to-toe and actually take on... I think there's a line, right, where that girl kicked your ass or whatever. So it's going to be probably Songbird or whoever she is whooping up on Bucky. Pretty interesting, man. Again, rumors of Inhumans. Rumors of Inhumans. So we shall see. Rumors of mutants. Dare I say it? Freaking mutants. Wouldn't that be sick? Yeah. All right. Hang on. Let's pull back out for a little bit here. I'm gonna get the theater set up for the Snyder Cut. We're gonna go Snyder Cut right now, okay? So everybody just calm your butts down. We're gonna watch the Snyder Cut trailer. We're gonna talk Snyder Cut, and then we're gonna get into Q&A, okay? And then I gotta get out of here because I got a busy day. Got a busy day. Dude, this trailer. Whew. Did they put it up on an HBO Max, the official channel? Alright, cool. Yeah. Yo, this is like, whew. Okay, let's go. By the way, I was talking to Adam about this from Fanjection. He's like, dude, he's so pumped for this movie. He's so pumped for the aspect ratio. Being a true cinephile, he like totally understands the aspect ratio thing too, which is cool because a lot of people don't. Adam doesn't get it. Okay. Everybody right? Everybody get? Wait, we missed something.
So begins the end for Darkseid.
Let's go.
I've never seen a being this strong. Maybe one. He's back.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna get fucking sued for this. Like, for real, though. I have to stop. This is like... Okay, so here's the thing. This trailer's awesome. The Snyder Cut's probably gonna be awesome, but, like, HBO's still... Like, dude, they're literally... They could stop this stream live. Us reacting to this. We're literally just doing what we want to do. We just want to sit here as fans and fucking enjoy the shit and talk about this shit and go frame by frame. Watch. I'm just going to play it from now. And hopefully nothing happens. But if the stream goes down or cuts out for a little bit, please direct all anger at Jason Clark on Twitter. Okay, here we go.
I made a promise to him on his grave.
Love this music, dude.
I need to bring us together. There are enemies coming from far away.
They serve an old power.
Dude.
This world is divided. No
That's Zeus.
protectors here. No lanterns.
Look at this lantern, dude. Let's go.
No Kryptonian. It will fall in his name.
I love the dark side, too. I love their version. Oh, so cool.
To dust. All of existence shall be mine.
I have a second chance. I am not gonna waste it.
He said the age of heroes would never come again.
Fighting the devil and his army.
Sick, dude. Oh my god. All right. Whoa. Look at this shot, dude. Okay, so first of all, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not Darkseid down here? Okay, so Steppenwolf throws the X, but that is certainly the Omega beams. So why do we just cut to a shot of the Omega beams underwater? And regardless, the Omega beams underwater looks fucking awesome.
You know, I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us united.
Woo! Dude, toe to toe.
It's time.
And how many hells. He's never fought us united.
Look at this shit, dude. I love it. She just literally takes a shot. Boom, dude. Boom. Like, just going toe to toe. I mean, that's the Wonder Woman I want to see. You know, not Wonder Woman 1984 bullshit.
Never fought us united.
It's time to stand. Fight. The time is now.
I mean, this is a crazy shit. God damn. Wow. Streaming Thursday. Okay, so that's pretty freaking epic. I really dig it. I really dig it. Okay, so let's just go over a couple of things that are in there that are really cool. Let's see here. So, okay, so first of all, I think the thing that most fans like, the thing that's just so crazy to me is that, like, as a DC fan, okay, and as a fan of, you know, Fourth World and Jack Kirby and the New Gods and all of that stuff, like, okay, this is a very Zack Snyder version of the New Gods. Fair. You You know, totally fair. You know, I could see someone doing a version that was more maybe cyberpunky, maybe a little bit more of even like what Taika Waititi did in Thor Ragnarok, like a little bit more colorful, a little bit more poppy. This is a very different take on Fourth World, but it's fucking awesome, dude, and it feels consistent with that world. So I just struggle so much with how, especially with Joss Whedon being the comic book fan that he is, how did they, like, what? How on earth were they like, let's take Darkseid out of this and just make, like, just put Steppenwolf in? Like, I can't even believe it. And it's not just the fact that it was just Steppenwolf. It's like bullshit ass version of Steppenwolf that's like a Power Ranger villain, looks like it got a Power Ranger budget, and has no connective tissue to fucking anything. And so in this, dude, it's like, that's Darkseid. You know what I mean? Like, that's Darkseid. He's doing some crazy stuff, anti-life equation stuff. You know, and look at this bad ass Steppenwolf with the freaking protruding back muscles and all this crazy stuff, and then his armor that like covers him up. Like, that shit's sick, dude. You got Granny Goodness over here. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, okay, so maybe you could say like it's over stylized to sort of hide you know, whatever. Dude, it's fucking awesome. Get out of here. It's crazy. Crazy awesome. Even this shot's like ridiculous, dude. Like, one thing you cannot say, like, Zack makes beautiful, eye-popping, candy-like cinema. You know what I mean? So, like, either way, you can't deny that shit. This is Zeus, her father, Diana's father. Green Lantern hopping up. I mean, this is dope, dude. I don't even know who this is. I don't even think that's a known Lantern. If it is, it's not somebody I know. Unless that's supposed to be like Tomer Ray or oh my god, look at this. This is young Uxas. So this is young Uxas, I believe. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Because this is Darkseid. His real name is Uxas. This is that older battle, leading me to believe this is a younger Uxas when he like gets, because he obviously doesn't win on Earth. He gets pushed back, right? The Age of Heroes. He gets pushed back. Crazy. So cool. And then this right here we think is that, you know how like he talked to Steppenwolf, Lex Luthor talked to Steppenwolf at the end of BVS? It's that tech. You know, and that's so this is what I mean. This is young Uxas. You see? And this is that same shot from when he jumps down. He's using the hammer, and that's it. This is young Darkseid. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I can't wait to see Henry Cavill again, man. As Clark, let's go. Talked about the Omega beams. That shit is so hype. I mean, guys, like, I just don't even know. Like, it's just so cool to me. Now, currently, right now, if we're being like totally legitimately fair, there are some discussions had online right now where there are some people that don't like it. There are some people that think it's just okay. But by and large, there's a lot of buzz, guys. There's a lot of buzz. Let me ask you guys something. I know we have a lot of Marvel fans in this community. I know we're mostly like Marvel and Star Wars. Put a 1 into the chat if this trailer made you more excited to check out the Snyder Cut. Just bar none, period. It doesn't matter if you were excited before or you weren't. I think you could still become more excited. Put a 1 into the chat if this trailer made you more excited. See, that's what I mean. Look at that shit, dude. The chat's going nuts right now. This was one of the most effective trailers I've ever seen. I don't know if Zack cut this, but Zack came up in music videos. So he was 38 years old when he got his first like big movie deal, which was 300. Like when he like really blew up. He did Dawn of the Dead, which I thought was fantastic. Before that, he was like 36, 37. The point is, he had a whole fucking career in advertising and music videos and commercials and shit. He had like a whole little mini career. And then he finally like pops off and gets his shot. And I remember one of the reasons I love Zack so much, and the more you watch of Zack, I think the more you'll fall in love with him. But I remember he was 30. I was watching him in an interview for 300. He's 38 years old. And the dude asked him, he's like, you just got your first big break in the film industry and you're 38 years old. Are you bitter at all? And he's like, absolutely not. I'm here right now. It's awesome. You know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, I mean, Hollywood is a town where, you know, you pretty much strike gold early or wither on the vine, you know, in some ways. So, just super, super cool, man. My point, I guess, then was I remember the trailer for BVS after Comic-Con. Y'all remember that Comic-Con BVS trailer? Where, like, the lady was like, this is about truth. And it, like, whoa, like, that trailer was so epic. It actually led to, I think, a lot of the disappointment for the film. Regardless, my point is, whoever cuts this trailer, whoever cut that other one, man, Zack's stuff, it lends itself really nicely to a trailer, which I think has something to do with sort of his come up and some of the things he does really well cinematically. The next question, obviously, for everyone and on everyone's mind is, what does this do for the future of DC? Now, I think pretty brilliant stuff has been done on social media for this project, because right now, like, if you look at what people are saying, I mean, the talk of the town is basically like, they're going to have a problem on their hands because this shit is going to be so dope that after Thursday, dude, like, okay, so we were all joking and there were memes like Snyderverse now, you know, like that was the meme, like, oh, well, it's all Snyderverse now, like, fuck the Batman, fuck all this other stuff, like, it's Snyderverse, which is, by the way, the worst fear, the deepest, darkest fear of some people over at Warner Brothers is that the entire fan base will say, that is what I want. That. How about that? I'll take some of that. Worst fear for them. Guys, the talk is that might actually be fucking real, dude. Oh my God, can you imagine? Like, and in some ways, it's so comically deserving for Warner Brothers. Because if you think about it, and I'm just, forgive me, do y'all mind if I just fucking ramble for a second about this? How hilarious is it that the studio that did everything they could to shit all over this guy's vision, that also did everything they could in the last 6 to 9 months to, in underhanded ways, put out bad press about the Snyder Cut, to try to get people to think it was not going to be a really cool thing, to get fans to not think you're going to get more of it, the cul-de-sac comments, all of it, right? How hilarious is it that studio, and I think the thing that's really beautiful, if you're a fan of Zack, if you're a fan of this movement, that guy, despite all the bullshit, despite all of it, just buckled down and did what he does and made this movie. Now, some people are saying it's like his best work. Some people are saying like it's his best DC work. Regardless, like, dude, the hype might be fucking real, and it would be hilarious. Like, it would be absolutely hilarious if this thing pops, bro. There are people talking, like, Grace Randolph is literally talking about Zack Snyder directing Wonder Woman 3. Now, let's just pause for a second. Why would Zack Snyder direct Wonder Woman 3? Why would Patty Jenkins want to work with Zack Snyder on Wonder Woman 3? Because Patty would potentially produce and want Zack to direct. That's what we're hearing. We don't know for sure. But part of the reason, guys, is because this perception of, like, what's actually going on at the studio, how people are being treated at the studio, how Zack treated other people at the studio, what Zack enabled, is just not what is the reality. Patty knows that a lot of the juice from Wonder Woman 1 came from Zack's story, came from Zack casting Gal, came from Zack deeply loving the Wonder Woman character and setting her up for success. And I think it would actually be a pretty interesting move to have that happen. Because, like, look, it's a rare, I would say, and I can't obviously speak for women, you know what I mean? I can't speak for women, but I can speak for, like, my perception of, like, when it comes to males that write really good female characters. Like, I think Tarantino's one of them. He seems to be able to really get inside of the female perspective and write a really intriguing and complicated female character that seems to be mostly accepted by females and accepted by males, because males are really interested in those characters. There are a few people that are good at that. I truly believe Zack is one of those people. You know what I mean? I think, which is so funny because, and this is something I'm going to argue with Darren about, I'm sure, because the perception of Zack is that he's just this dude bro, right? He's just this dude bro that makes good-looking stuff that's over-sexualized and violent. But, like, that is not at all, in my opinion, who he is. That is not at all his sensibilities as a writer or an artist. Maybe a little bit as an artist. He does love blood. But, like, my point is, like, I mean, dude, this is a guy that literally, his wife is his business partner. His wife and he are co-producers and worked through, in what I consider to be with inhuman grace, an incredibly tragic situation, an incredibly corrupt Hollywood situation, a fucking debacle of years and years that ended up not being so bad. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. For me, I'm really happy for Zack. I'm really happy for Zack. I'm pumped for DC fans. The weeks leading up to this point, you know, I haven't talked a ton about DC. I haven't talked a ton about the Snyder Cut. I haven't done a ton of videos. And, I mean, honestly, part of the reason was because, like, I had a bad feeling. And as I looked at, like, what DC was doing, what Warner Bros. Was doing, I was like, whoa, are they really about to fuck up this bad and not greenlight Justice League 2 and 3 and not understand that there's so many fans that want that support this guy? You know what I mean? So, point there, there's hope. And not only is there hope, there's the possibility of something really bizarre happening this week. And as a fan, man, I mean, watching the Snyder Cut go from not existing to where we're at now has been one of the true joys of the last 16 months. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of joys in the past 16 months. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Shit was whack. 2020 was whack. But the Snyder Cut, legitimately a cool story. Legitimately a fun thing, if you're a fan, to watch take place. Now, if you were a journalist that went super hard against the Snyder Cut, yeah, probably not the funnest thing. You know? Some people took their licks and are doing just fine. You know, some people can't let it go or whatever. So, it is what it is. Now, one last thing about Snyder before we get into Q&A. I apologize, guys. I'm rambling because I can't hear myself. When I hear myself, I can tell. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, you rambling. You better stop. So tomorrow will be better. But one last thing I want to say about Snyder. In the press for the Snyder Cut, Zack said some really positive things about Marvel Studios and about Marvel Studio films. Now, I had actually brought this up a couple of weeks ago because somebody tried to, like, make the point that Zack hated the MCU movies or something like that. And I was like, that's not true, dude. He loves those movies and he goes to see them with his kids. For real. And he sort of codified that by saying it in the press. But if you know anything about Hollywood press, and especially a guy like Zack that is very savvy, very smart, I don't know if we're looking too far into this, but the fact that he was positive about Marvel in interviews for the Snyder Cut leads me to believe that literally, if DC doesn't get their shit together, Feige will scoop that man up. Feige absolutely will scoop that man up, dude. He's too smart. Feige is too smart to not understand what he could do with Snyder and Snyder's fan base. Right now, let's talk about, like, what I would call, like, skis or, like, your street cred or whatever. Okay, let's talk about Marvel. Marvel right now, light on the street cred, guys. Light on the street cred. Like, just being real. Endgame, a little bit whack for people. A little bit whack. I loved it. Most people loved it. Some people didn't. Okay? WandaVision, we're a little bit on shaky ground, you know? Cap and leaving, you know, blah, blah, blah. Look, there are people out there worried about the wokeness of Phase 4. There are people worried about the Disneyfication of some of these more violent characters. There's people worried about a lack of an R rating for Deadpool 3. These are concerns. These are concerns that fans have. One cool way for Marvel Studios to get some of their skis back would be to bring in Zack Snyder and let him do a little bit more of a hard-edged take. Let him do something that's a little bit abrasive. Let him be Zack Snyder in the same way that you let Taika be Taika. And yeah, wind him in, pull him back when it gets too crazy. But I think there's some magic there, ladies and gentlemen. And if you could do it, whoo! I mean, tell me I'm crazy, but Zack Snyder, Mephisto confirmed? Am I right? I know I'm right. It's pretty cool. Okay. Enough of all the bullcrappery. Let's get into Q&A. Dude, Zack Snyder directing Secret Wars? Trev, I can only get so erect. Pause. Sorry, Mom. All right, anyway. See what's going on with all you crazy kids in the chat, okay? Rogue Soul says, I'd have thought last night in the middle of Snap Crew stream, Thrawn should be Jason Isaacs, Lucius Malfoy, Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider or bust. Appreciate the love, Rogue Soul. And I'm glad you guys had fun on the watch party last night. I heard y'all were doing Matrix and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Thrawn should be Jason Isaacs. I could see that. But it's going to be Lars. Brian O'Connor says, give me all... ... Brian O'Connor says again, the Nerd Coin. I see what you did there. You split your super chats up so you get more Nerd Coin. Interesting. Hail, Josh, son of Den. How you been, old friend? Wow, nice little rhyme there, Dan. Dan, I've been good, man. I've been very busy moving, dealing with a little bit of family stuff, but I'm okay. And I'm looking forward to getting settled, though. I'm looking forward to getting into the new place, getting settled, and really attacking the rest of the year because there's a lot to do. Matthew Glasgow, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Kale says, yo, that's Emphas Nest from Solo. Aaron Kellerman. Yes, it is indeed. And we'll see the full range of Aaron in the show, I think, because she'll get a lot more play than she did in Solo. Colin, we already knighted Colin, but Colin, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Ben, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Barbaric Riemann says, Flag Smashers are scrolls. Dude, that would be sick. Why not? James Yu says, what's the chance Watts is filming some of Fantastic Four while filming Spider-Man 3 and Maguire as RR? Dude, James, it's a brilliant question. I love where your head is at, and I agree that we need to rethink some of the rules here. With soundstage happening, or stagecraft, or whatever. Yeah, stagecraft. All that happening, and the crunch that they are on. They're under some serious crunch. New restrictions, etc., etc. Dude, I think you're onto something, man. That's another thing, too, as I was thinking about this. It's like, look, if Marvel's going to keep making it harder for us to figure out what's going on, that should do nothing but excite us. Because that just means we have more content to make, that we have more digging to do, we have more research, we have things to uncover. So, like, we shouldn't be mad at that. In fact, I'm kind of pumped about it, like, because, I mean, frankly, it's getting a little ridiculous with the leaks. So, the real Jesse says, how are people excited for the Snyder Cut after BVS was so bad? Well, a couple of different reasons. Number one, I think BVS, especially the theatrical cut, yes, was bad, but it was divisive, meaning there were a lot of people that really liked that film. It's funny to me how many people love the theatrical cut of BVS. I don't like it. I think it really falls apart with the Martha scene and like around that moment. But a lot of people don't agree. A lot of people love that shit, bro. So you gotta just, it is what it is. It's subjective. But also, for me personally, the extended cut of BVS is like 10 times better of a movie. Like 10 times. And it just makes you think, and the more you hear about the Snyder Cut time period and all the studio interference, the more you think, wow, the theatrical cut of BVS made no fucking sense. The director's cut was awesome. The theatrical release of Justice League made no fucking sense. And the Snyder Cut looks awesome. Maybe it wasn't Zack. You know what I mean? So that's why I think, Jesse, people are so excited about the cut. Stevie says, pumped for the Snyder Cut. Paul really loved it, and the early reviews are predominantly positive. Finally, we can talk DC. Yes, Steve, I agree, man. I'm pumped that Paul liked it so much. That's sweet. Wanted to talk to him about it. I think we're going to do some stuff together next week. Paul's a little bit busy this week. But, yeah, man, super cool stuff. And, yeah, I'm glad you're pumped, bro. I'm pumped, too, man. Let's go. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. Okay, Mike Porter says, welcome to Nerd Week, Marvel and DC, LEGGO. Agreed, Mike motherflippin' Porter. It's going to be a good week. Eli Thomas says, 1 out of 10 possibility. Do you think if this does amazing that gives Zack control over the DCEU again? Eli, that would be, the odds of that happening are low. I think the best shot is for you to get more Zack Justice League on HBO Max. But the line begins to blur because, frankly, if they spend $200-300 million on 2 more movies and millions of people watch them and millions of fans talk about it, then who the fuck cares, dude? Like, really? Like, who cares if it's not the DCEU? I don't care. I just want the Snyderverse. So in whatever iteration, and by the way, I thought that was the point of the multiverse, right? Like, I thought that was the whole thing. I mean, Ben Affleck as Batman is in The Flash. Y'all remember this, right? So they're trying to figure it out, you know? They're trying to figure it out. So, no, I don't know if he'll get full control. I think, again, the best chance is to get more Snyder stuff. And even if it was just Deathstroke v. Batman or something, like, dude, yeah, we'll see. That's what I want. Tasman627 says, Darkseid versus Thanos, who wins? It's a tough one for me, bro. It's a very tough one for me. Darkseid is a very, very bad ace. I actually think in some ways, it just depends. They have multiple iterations. They've all done a ridiculous, incredible stuff. Like, that's like a really tough one, dudes. Again, we're talking no gauntlet here, because if it was a gauntlet, it would just be game over. But I'm saying, like, without a gauntlet, I think Thanos can literally stand up to Darkseid. But the Omega Beams are pretty tough, dude. Those Omega Beams are pretty tough. So, a slight edge to Darkseid, I'd say. I'd say slight power edge to Darkseid, but tactical, scientific understanding of the universe edge to Thanos. Colin McGoldrick says, Zack Snyder is such a great dude. Super excited for this movie. I don't know how anyone cannot like the guy. Love you, man. So happy to be a part of this community. Keep up the great work, bro. Thanks so much, man. That's a very sweet message of you, and I appreciate the love. I agree. I think he's a great dude, man. I really like the guy. I think he's been shit on by media, and it's frustrating, and I think his fans have been painted in a bad light. I know he's got some crazy fans, bro. I've got some crazy fans. You can't be responsible for everybody that likes your shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. There are people that have a problem with him. People are allowed to have a problem with him too, though, you know? So it is what it is. But Colin, I appreciate it. John Hicks says, yo, man, yesterday's business stream was a great watch. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Hey, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Look, yesterday's business stream was a little different, and I'm not super comfortable. I know I saw you guys in the Discord. I know you guys really like those streams. But it's an awkward situation for me because I just don't personally feel like confident enough to just say, like, this is what you gotta fucking do. You know what I mean? Like, we're not there yet. But I can at least be open about what has worked for me thus far, you know, the things that I think about, etc., etc. But as long as you guys understand, I'm not trying to come at it from a place of authority, rather just a place of, I'm a student of the game. You know what I mean? I'm a student of the game. Eli Thomas says, it's not hard to blow me away with Snyder Cut after OG Justice League and Wonder Woman 84. True. I'm pumped. True, Eli. True. Fair point. Fanjecture says, what is Zack Snyder's Justice League if not hope preserving? Hey, look at this guy coming around. He's coming around on it, ladies and gentlemen. Drum and Company says, imagine if Zack goes to Marvel and brings Henry Cavill. Bro. Micah, I'm going to need you to calm down, bro. Because you're going to cause me to have a heart flutter. Imagine if Zack Snyder goes to Marvel and brings Henry Cavill. If DC don't do anything with the Snyderverse, I would eat my heart out. Yeah. Dude, for real, though, if they don't do it, they're dumb. Like, straight up dumb. If they can't figure it out, dumb. And if Feige scoops them up and does some dope shit, smart. Like, come on, it's that simple. Dumb, smart. Fucking Warner Brothers. Single Parent Gamer, welcome to the Nerd Avengers, or welcome back because you have a green badge. And also, I apologize about the swearing for the parents out there. Unless you're in Australia. Australian parents tend to love me. The swearing puts their babies right to sleep. Lucas says, hey, Josh, how to transfer nerd coin amongst ourselves? Yeah, it's a difficult question. We're working on something like that. For now, we could absolutely do it, but it would need to be brokered by one of us that has access to the coin. So it'd be like, I guess thinking right now, it's just technically me and Adam. As scary as that is, yeah, Adam has access to the coin. So we could figure something out like that, Lucas, but give me time on that, brother. It's going to take me time. T-Love says, I'm here, but I'm not here. Just showing some love and take my money, but only a little bit. Dope, dude. Appreciate every little bit you can give. Kale says, what do you think if Zack directed a Star Wars movie? I mean, maybe something Sithy, maybe something on the dark side, but I don't know if that's really his wheelhouse, you know? I haven't actually never really thought about that, Kale, to be honest with you. I'd have to think about that because I could process it, but I'm not going to be able to process it in the moment and like make a good take. Okay, I'll just tell you this. There's something about it that doesn't sit right with me. I can't explain what, but my intuition on it is like, no, it's not a good fit. I can't exactly articulate why. Dorian Trussell says, Marvel should use the volume in future show projects. The Mandalorian uses it. Yeah, Marvel is definitely doing that, Dorian. Definitely. I mean, that's what stagecraft is. The whole idea of that technology is to allow them to be able to shoot and use that tech and all that, right? So let's see what's going on in the chat. We'll hang out for like 10 more minutes. Lord Vito says, I'm deaf seeing Mortal Kombat in theaters. I might be able to see it in theaters too. I think the theater where I'm moving is going to be open. What? What a weird name. What are we going to talk about on Nerd Theory? Probably Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know. We'll see. Dude, Mortal Kombat is going to be legit, yeah. I'm excited, dude. Abby says, theaters still not open here. Sad face. Sad face indeed. Hey Josh, only the first 15 seconds of the Saturday stream plays on the recording listed in the members only section. Aw, what? For real? Lame. I would like to give more than one like, YouTube. Yeah, right? MK's gonna be sick! Looking forward to that movie the most. Godzilla vs. Kong should be really cool too. Faux show. Faux show. Colin McGoldrick with the $10 holla says, are you a Lord of the Rings fan? If so, favorite Lord of the Rings movie? Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. My favorite's actually Two Towers. Couple of different reasons why. I really like Return of the King, and it has great resolutions. But man, something about Helm's Deep for me, bro. Something about Helm's Deep and Aragorn in that film, man. Like, sitting back, like him basically, like, being the reluctant hero in the shadow of a king in Theoden that is not being the king he needs to be right now. You know what I mean? But neither is Aragorn. Aragorn should be the king of everybody. He's certainly shrunk from that responsibility. And yet, in this moment, it's like, you know what it reminds me of is the idea that people take better care of like their pets than they do themselves. So like if you have an antibiotic or something for your pet, you will make sure they take every single antibiotic. You will make sure it is done the exact recommended way, blah, blah, blah. But for yourself, the odds of you actually taking it the right way, not as high. It's weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really like Two Towers. VS video for you. Oh, versus video. Deathstroke versus Boba. That would be sick for sure. Sheev the Wise says, much love to you, Josh. I hope your day goes well. I hope the fam situation is getting better, and I hope everyone else has a good day too. Thank you, Sheev the Wise. That's so nice, man. Yeah, I should hear more about the family situation today. We'll see what happens. Hopefully everything's good. Freaking love Lord of the Rings, says for Cuscala Lopez. I said, John, the creator says, Josh, I want to thank you for getting me into Marvel. Heck yeah, man. No problem. I like Marvel. Faux show. Ralph Boner says, hope everything is okay. Well, fuck you, Ralph. I mean, thanks, but Sebastian Stan as young Luke. I'm into it. I like it. Ralph Boner says, I just want to be loved. Yeah, deep down, every boner does want to be loved. Isn't that true? Is the JLA watch party 4 hours long? No. It's at least 4.5 hours long because we need potty breaks. So, shut your mouth. Zack Snyder will never do MCU because Marvel doesn't compromise style, and neither does he, says some idiot. No, I'm just kidding, chicken nuggets. Relax. Relax. You're allowed to be wrong. I want Snyder to go to the MCU and make a Wolverine trilogy. Ooh, that could be interesting. Elisa Scott says, the potty breaks are for me because my bladder is itty bitty and I need a lot of potty breaks because I am weak. Damn, Elisa. Damn, girl. That's a lot to admit in this stream. But this is a safe place, so. Josh, could we see elements of Darkseid War? What? Darkseid War would be sick. Jordan Baldred says, will there ever be a live-action DBZ? There was a live-action DBZ, and it was so fucking terrible that it actually forced Akira Toriyama out of retirement, which actually was a good thing. Ended up being a good thing because we got Battle of the Gods and all of the new DBZ stuff, so. Yeah. Hey Josh, haven't really gotten to the DC universe. Is it worth checking out the other movies before watching the Snyder Cut? I mean, you could maybe... Look, I was thinking about this too. Like, should we do a watch party on Wednesday? Should it be BVS? Should it be Man of Steel? I don't know. Elisa's embarrassed that I was talking about her bladder. I'm sorry, Elisa. I'll stop talking about your bladder. You actually got me playing DBZ game on my Android phone. Yo, that's sick, dude. I really... Which one are you playing, Mike? Are you doing Dokkan or Legends? Or is there another one out there? Here's a little donation for your popcorn and milk duds fund. Hey, Steve, hey, man. That's how you know you got some good people in the audience, man. Steve remembers that one of my favorite things, my favorite combo is, by the way, yes, I have the baby bladder. It's not Elisa. Jesus Christ. Fine. I'll admit it. Anyway, one of my favorite jams, dude, is the big old thing of buttery, salty popcorn, and you throw some freaking milk duds in there. Literally, just throw them in there. Like, throw them as hard as you can in there. And then if the popcorn's, like, really, really hot, you get a little melt action, and then it kind of, like, mushes together and becomes this, like, buttery, salty popcorn, milk dud love triangle. It's quite delicious. Zachary Job says, Jim Carrey would be... Oh, shit, hang on. Jim Carrey would be a dope arcade in... Ooh, dude, Jim Carrey's arcade could be very interesting. Yeah. Abby says, as someone who also has a baby bladder, I appreciate the representation. Oh, that's great. Abby, see? We've got nice people in the community, too, that don't make fun of me for having a baby bladder. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, man, that's so nice, Abby. You're so sweet. Thank you. Okay. Colin says, Helm's Deep Battle is classic. How do you feel about the new Lord of the Rings show coming out on Amazon? I know this isn't a Lord of the Rings show, LOL. We'll see you in theory later on Nerd Day. Oh, man, Colin, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love, man. Very much appreciate it. As far as the show, I'm excited. I anticipate maybe some stuff with Sauron and maybe even his master. And we get to learn a little bit more of, like, the hierarchy there with, like... Because the wizards are kind of like angels, and then there was, like, dark, like, devils, too. There's a lot of interesting stuff with that lore, so I hope they open up the lore, because I think it's the second age that the show's going to be dealing with. I also expect the elves to be more or less in their prime. The elves are, like, really, really in their prime, and I think mankind or humans might be sparse or smaller in population. You know what I mean? Which would be really cool. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm excited about for the show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, Colin. I do appreciate the love, man. It's very nice. What time is Nerd Theory this evening? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Will we talk Invincible? Yeah, I think Adam... So Adam is apparently a very big Invincible fan, so we're going to do something with Invincible with Adam and some streams or something like that for sure. Yeah. Did I like The Witcher? Yeah, I love The Witcher, dude. Yeah, The Witcher was dope, dude. I do think they made a mistake with the... I think they made a mistake with the friggin' time of the show. Like, I feel like it should have been linear. Or if it's not going to be non-linear, you need to, like, let people know, dude. Like, it's a little confusing for people. So hopefully the next season does a better job of that. But yeah, I really like the show. Oh, Jedi Jen says small bladders matter. Oh, that's so nice. Look at all these nice people, unlike Elisa that we have in the community. Daredevil does lend itself to Snyder. Ooh, dude, a little bit of Snyder Daredevil. Now there's an idea. Yes. I don't hate that idea at all. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. I promised you guys like 2-hour streams, but I freaking think we're damn close to 2 hours like every day anyways. Shit might end up being like 3 hours. I've never seen First Justice League. Should I give it a watch before Snyder Cut? Do not watch that Justice League. Do not watch that. Maybe we'll do a watch party of BVS Extended Cut Wednesday night or Wednesday before the Snyder Cut. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. Abby, I got to talk to the producers and everybody about it, okay? All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us today. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, I give you stinger. Look, I don't really know what to say other than, goddamn, we got some crazy shit coming up. It's a very good time to be a nerd. It's a very good time to be a nerd venger. Appreciate you guys. See you soon.